Okay, welcome to Roswell, New Mexico. What am I doing here? You might well ask. I'm not sure yet exactly what we're going to be doing. Carlsbad Caverns are not far away, that should be interesting. And all kinds of alien memorabilia in Roswell, New Mexico. So, might be fun. Let's find out. Okay, so the whole premise behind Roswell, New Mexico is that there was an alleged alien landing about 70 miles north of town back in 1947. Some rancher named Mac or Mac Daddy or whatever found this basically a bunch of trash spread across his field. Freaked his sheep out a bit. They wouldn't go near the watering hole. And so he reported it. Military came out, claimed it was basically a weather balloon, a futuristic weather balloon that
they'd been like doing testing on it for like World War II or something that they wanted.
Yeah. Anyway, so they collected all the stuff, took it back to, Area 51 or whatever. I don't know what they did with it. And then they basically said, yeah, it's just a weather balloon, no big deal. Then in more recent years, I think in the 90s perhaps, or mid-2000s, they released these documents over time, basically showing that they had this experimental weather balloon that was meant to go up super high. It was using, for the time, super advanced materials, and which are probably commonplace now. But like, what are those balloons? Those shiny balloons. What do they call that stuff?
I don't know.
I can't remember now. Not neoprene.
Oh.
Anyway, it was like made of that stuff, and they were using these balloons. They were testing them. Several things. They wanted to send one over to Russia that had listening capabilities, so they could hear if they were doing nuclear tests. And the other reason, other claim was they were sending up these balloons to drop mannequins to test parachutes to see if they could withstand drops from specific high altitudes. And these were the remains of this testing that was going on. So that pretty much debunked the whole thing. But you come out here and go to these museums and exhibits. Especially the UFO, or the International UFO Museum that we just visited, and the proprietors of that place are true believers. They have all these accounts inside of different alien sightings,
abductions,
and conspiracies. I don't discount all of these stories. I think some people have probably seen some weird things. But it sounds like the original Roswell landing, I think it's pretty well debunked from you can do your own research, but...
Except it did say at the end that his neighbors said that Mac was a very trustworthy person, and he's not the type of person who would come up with a hoax, so I don't think it's completely debunked.
Who knows? Perhaps we'll never know.
complete. Proceed to polling station. Do not touch the bombs. Stay on the footprints.
Okay, we are on our way out for a little evening snack, heading down Main Street, Roswell, to the Flying Saucer McDonald's. Drove past earlier, and it looked extremely tacky in the day. Thought maybe it might look slightly less so at night with some lights. So let's find out. Here we are at the Flying Saucer McDonald's, Roswell, New Mexico.
Go.
This is clearly the highlight of Roswell. We found an excellent Mexican restaurant called Cerritos, and I got 3 enchiladas, shredded beef, rice and beans, tacos.
Rice and beans.
And what do you got?
I got a taco and a chili rellenos. Don't know how to say that.
Looks pretty good. Okay, so here's another attraction, shall we call it, in Roswell, New Mexico. Here is an establishment where one can have their photo taken in all kinds of scenes with these realistic aliens. See, I'm at some kind of alien bar. Actually, some kind of futuristic still, and futuristic bottles. It's truly something to behold.
Why don't you sit on the couch?
Yeah, I'm not getting on that couch. Sorry. Let's just move on. Now, as you can see, I'm realistically grilling with an alien. Just another random alien scene. You too could participate in if you came here.
Okay, what do you think of New Mexico?
You did warn me, I have to say. Hillary has driven all the way across the state of New Mexico previously on a road trip with some friends, and told me that she would never go back to New Mexico in her life. I thought that was a little bit of a negative outlook on the whole state. I was definitely willing to give it a try. But this, I've said this before, but this definitely will go down as a trip of a lifetime, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because I ain't ever coming back. I've seen everything I need to in New Mexico. I do want to go to Albuquerque and see some of the, some Breaking Bad sites, because, that's something to get serious about. But New Mexico, Roswell, it's just too tacky. that 70 miles north of here, you know, someone may or may not have seen a weather balloon go down in their field, and now everyone's life is surrounded by this tack and, you know, streetlights with alien eyes on them. Just everywhere you look, it's like, you know, the motels land here for the night and just completely green and alien themed. It's really quite objectionable and repulsive, and extremely tacky. So I can see that some people love that stuff, not the tackiness, but just they just dig aliens and that whole
well, a lot of people here actually believe. Do you believe, after having been to Roswell, the museum, do you think you're a believer?
I want to believe. But it's hard to when the aliens are portrayed in this very childlike, cartoonish manner. You don't see any serious artists trying to portray the alien scenes and the alien interactions. It's always as if it's being portrayed by a 9-year-old from a 9-year-old's perspective, and that makes it just less convincing, I think.
Yeah. I noticed most of the stuff in the museum and like all of their like abductions and like history surrounding Roswell and stuff was like 1940s to 1960s. Like, except for one thing I read, they interviewed a man who was abducted in the 60s, in 2020, and basically they had like a lie detector thing, and like he was telling the truth. All of it was true. But I think if you had made the scenario up in your head, or you maybe were schizophrenic and believed that happened, it would come off true.
True.
In a lie detector. So
I think it's
like,
pretty clear that if you believe it,
it's gonna come off true.
Yeah, a lie detector's not going to pick it up. If it's true to you, it's true to the lie detector.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a believer either.